Okay, so last time you guys continued on your clearing out of the temple dedicated to Tiamarax after dealing with what seems to be the followers in the forms of Garif and Eagles, as well as a large naga who had seemingly either gone to their side through some other means or has always been here. Dealing with them in quite brutal manners, many of them being torn limb from limb from a very angry owl who can't be too angry. You were able to clear out a good portion of this second underground floor area. However, the fights being rather difficult against those with classes and busted means, you decided it would be best to rest yet again in the underground, as your resources were getting quite low yet again, with some buffs starting to run out, as well as your MP getting too low to reapply them, or even heal after the amount of damage the followers have been dealing. From both casters and their ability to possibly call on the power of Tiamarax, they proved a lot more difficult than you were expecting. Retreating somewhat to a research room with a few books and scrolls here and there that you were able to identify as several scrolls relating to the preservation of corpses as well as revival. Closing the doors behind you, you sat down best where you could to get some hours of sleep, possibly quite a few, depending on how long it's actually taking you to go through this underground area. And we ended off just as you were heading to sleep. As the party takes their rest deep within the temple dedicated to Tiamarax, on the passover of the first to second watch, while Edwin has yet to wake and Al is still vigilant, Zairin, Drazenka, and Edwin will share a dream. Standing atop a intricately carved dark stone, the trio see themselves rested, recovered, and ready for combat, as if you had fully slept and were going to continue your travels. However, your movements leave a trail behind them, alerting you to the dream space that you are now part of. Looking at one another, you will notice a colossal dragon with 6 arms and 3 tails, hovering nearby, seemingly awaiting your arrival. With slow movements and a determined gaze, the dragon speaks. I feel it. The drum. The beat. My disciples' descendants have found the old lore. But you are not they. Pray tell me. You seek to hold their ritual. Why is this the case?
Do we have any idea what this thing is? I think we can infer, but I mean, we've never seen a dragon like this before, or is this even a dragon?
You can roll Knowledge Arcana, or you can roll Knowledge History. They would give you 2 different results.
I have a
One or the other.
I have a +3 in history. Not great.
Skills.
I have Arcana, but I think I'll roll. I take it no one else has history, right? I may as well just roll it for the sake of it. Oh no!
I need to switch.
Screw it.
You have some history, but Arcanite's better.
Yeah, Arcana's better, but I'm intrigued.
I had 8 point in it, so I rolled.
It's better than mine.
Alright, Zairin, from looking at this creature, you have a vague memory of it, possibly through looking in old books related to dragons, as you are guarded by one, though you don't recall much else about it. Edwin, you know that this has a very similar design to depictions of Tiamarax you've seen in the past. However, you remember that Tiamarax was a bit more of a normal kind of dragon with 2 hind legs and only a singular tail. This one, it seems like it's sort of mutated slightly and lost its lower half that's turned to tails. Whereas Drazenka, you know that this would be what Teamarax would be now, and that it is slowly reconstituting. Its lower half is seemingly in a half state between purgatory and the material plane. Its upper part is already restored. So it has most of its power back, but it's slowly reforming.
And he's asking us basically, why are we trying to stop his minions?
Yes.
Your disciples have friends of ours, and they're harming them, and we cannot allow that to happen.
While eager, the ones doing this mean to right a wrong 3 centuries past. Let their wrong lie where it is. I shall punish where necessary. Your killing of the others is already above their crime of kidnapping, the law set by your kingdoms.
We have tried to spare those we could while we went through this death pit that is your temple. But we've been assaulted, killed even, at every turn. None of your followers have attempted to even... Well, they've essentially said leave or die. There's been no negotiation. We simply wish to take our acquaintances and bring them back to their homes and their lives.
My sight into your plane has been impeded for some time. I cannot validate your claims, though I do see now the corpses behind you, and your party continuing. I smell the power of dragon boons across you. If I am to be reconstituted, my powers could be used to return to life those dragons who were cut down by the Slayer that stalks the landscapes and skies.
And what form would their resurrection take? As your slaves? Followers? You ruling over a horde of returned dragons? Is this what you offer? Or what you hope to do?
There shall be no commandments given to them. They shall be as they were before they were slain. The only price is my revival.
With Teamarax, sorry, go on.
Yeah, we don't have anything against you or your disciples specifically. We just, our friends were taken from us, and we've come to correct that. That's all we want.
It means they were taken and are being used against their own will, against their consent, without being asked. Does not sit well right with us.
Indeed.
And despite our efforts to try to communicate as much, at every turn we have been opposed.
And just for the sake of camaraderie, we are also not very fond of the Dragon Slayer of which you speak. As you can sense the blessings of our liege on us as well. We're friendly with dragons. We're currently trying to take part in the dragon segmented trail. We have no ill wish towards dragons in general, but our friends were taken from us, and we can't really just let that go. We need them back.
Four of those that share my blood are close to you. They have not been harmed, and you can retrieve them easily. As well as another that you have had no contact with. The previous eagle that you have encountered has also been free. The last one that is required would be the one you call Cookie. I shall grant you my word. Even if something goes awry, or the zealous attitudes of those who now carry my faith cause her pain or even death, I shall reverse it.
Just for the general, demeanor. It's not a lie detector, I know, but trying to figure out are they effectively just trying to give us what we want to go, or is this just a case of they're saying we're going to take what we want from these people, and if they die, we'll just bring them back anyway, so no harm, no foul, right? Or is it something different?
It's incredibly hard to gauge the disposition of this dragon.
Okay. But you still are going to... Sorry, go on.
Even if such is the case, that is not a risk you can impose on somebody that did not agree to it. Cookie and the other eagles, they did not agree to go through with any of this. So they should not be part of it at all in the first place.
And just for our own understanding, for Timarax, we know a little about them, but with sort of the knowledges and everything, do we know what kind of dragon they were in life? Like, were they sort of like a terror, or were they just kind of here doing their own thing?
They were not a terror, no. But since it was over 300 years ago, and from your roles, you don't know all the specifics about Timarax. As far as you know, there's no disasters surrounding them.
Okay. Fine. I'm looking at the other two. All your thoughts? We've been dragged here, again, without true invite, and now we stand before this dragon. I don't know what Al's doing out there, but I don't want to be held here too long.
Well, we're here for our friends. We're going to get them one way or another. We do not wish to harm your followers necessarily, but we will also protect ourselves and our friends. That's all I can say.
My conviction has not changed.
Then we are in concert then. Refuse our offer, Timarax. You'll take our acquaintances. We will find them, and we will take them away from here, in opposition to you and your followers.
Very well. I shall return you to your slumbers.
Good luck with that whole resurrection thing. I truly do hope that you will accomplish it, but with more forethought and consideration in the future.
Does anyone have anything else to say?
No, I think that. I mean, you're saying that Team Axe is being they're reforming, so the ritual is undergoing in a minute.
Yep.
The only thing I can think of is, could we potentially roll something like spellcraft or whatever it may be? Does the fact that the dragon looks like maybe halfway to 3/4 done, like it's in a microwave and it's almost pinged, like, is this an indicator of how close to the end of the ritual it is? Like, can we at least try to gauge how long we've got? Because last time when we went down the stairs, they were about a day ahead of us. So has the ritual started? Is it still going on? Or is it simply the case of Team Axe is reforming and then the ritual is to effectively summon them? That's what I'm trying to gauge. I might not be able to.
You can think of it more like a loading bar. It's got through all of the big files, now it's just doing all the smaller ones, so the end part is going to be a lot quicker.
Right, so the ritual, as far as we can tell, the ritual's underway to bring him back.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's been underway
Him, her,
constantly
it.
for a while.
I mean, we were
Okay.
But
last
underway
time I
for
think it was
it's
Wait
been
till, like,
away
a
for
couple more days.
almost 4 days now.
Yeah, because I thought we had a few more days, but maybe with the rest, and then this one, I just didn't know how far ahead you could get, because in all honesty, it's getting to the point where, obviously Jasta can chime in, it's slightly out of context, but like, our resources are low, and it's not going to be like we're going to ever really be at full strength unless we left and basically came back after the ritual's done, which I don't think we all want to do. So I was trying to gauge sort of how fast and loose we need to play this effectively to get there. That's the only thing I wanted to try and figure out. But if you're saying that essentially it's almost done, I think that's probably enough of an answer. But no,
Yeah,
apart from that, good.
yeah, I've got nothing left to say. That was intended as a parting remark.
And then you stand there and wait for him to send you home, but he doesn't do it.
The bus is late, there's some traffic. No. Your vision will fade, and at least for Edwin, who was waking up around this time anyway, he will awaken back in the research room.
Okay.
The other Drazonka and Zarian are just going to sleep, so they still have their whatever hours they would have been going into.
I think on waking, they will just say to Al, just so you're aware, we saw, well, the three of us, I assume they had the same dream, saw Team Axe. It's not that long until they're going to be fully formed.
That sounds delightful, but I guess more on the question is why did you three get the dream and I did not?
I assume it's simply because we were asleep. At the time of the calling, I'm not very well versed in the magics that Team Axe and its followers use. A lot of illusions, necromancy, things beyond my purview.
Sounds like it's probably right. Not that I would have noticed anything regardless. I'm not that magically inclined.
Well, what I wanted to ask you is, did you see anything strange in the room? Is there any indication that something was happening to us, or was it simply that we awoke and there was no sign?
There was nothing that I noticed. If I would have taken an action.
I see. I think resting here maybe... I know we didn't have a choice this time, but it may be a bad option going ahead. It seems the further we go down, the more into the center of this creature's power we get. But who knows? Maybe we'll have that chance to fight a dragon, truly. Or at least an aspect of it.
not really in a fit state to be fighting any dragons at the moment.
Well, if you do have to if you have to change, just try and let me know beforehand. At least then I can give you the best chance. I know you're going to do it at some point. I saw the look in your eyes the last fight we had.
Well, I'm not about to let any of you die when I have the power to at least stop you from dying, be that at my own life.
I was about to say something very similar to you. Well, that was it really. Just wanted to let you know what had happened.
Thank you for letting me know. But if he's close to finishing his form, like I say, there's not much we can do at the moment. All we can do is chase down the followers.
I'll await the others to wake up, and then we will discuss it in full, but they said there was, correct me if I'm wrong here, Napaz, but there was one we haven't met, and then there was Kuki left. Is that right, or did I mishear that we need to rescue?
Team Rex said you're close to the 4 other Eagles, as well as one person you have not met just yet.
That's it.
If that means one of his followers or not, you're not sure.
Okay. But yeah, I'll just probably sit at the desk. I'll be facing the wall, not the wall, sorry, the doors. And just keeping an eye out.
Alright. The latter half of the rest goes through without any other interruptions.
Okay. I think on waking, I'll just catch Al fully up to speed with Drazenka and Zaire, and anything that I may have missed, you guys can jump in and just let Al know about, but I think it was just letting him know what happened in the dream.
Nope, no is their input, just corroboration.
My skills are really
should we
busted.
get going?
Yes, I think so.
You gonna be applying any buffs before you leave?
I don't have the MP for it. The only thing I can do is see invisibility. That's it.
That reminds me, I probably have some buffs that need to go away.
Everything will be gone now.
I assume mage armor gets put back on?
That'll be down to...
Yeah, can do.
Okay.
I could probably cast it if you want. I've got a little bit, but again, I'm probably going to be using domains pretty much the entire time we're here.
I can do mage armor, that's fine.
I'll probably use it on myself. How do you need mage armor? Or are you wearing armor, aren't you?
Nope, ours not. You normally cast mage armor on.
Yeah, I will do that then.
So 2 each.
2 each. Where are me bones?
Can't really do much other for spells, but we can do prayer.
I was about to say, yeah, I'm happy to do it unless you want to do it. for any particular reason. Because I'll probably have to channel more
See.
in the fights going ahead.
I don't really have a preference.
Alright. I guess I'll do it then. Get us moving. Yes, that's 22 temp for everybody. I'm not casting invisibility, by the way. I'm going to hold off on that.
No.
To be fair, actually, it would make sense, wouldn't it? We've had a lot of illusion-y stuff, so yes, I will cast the invisibility. But no fancy stuff like extended on it. So for some reason my skill ranks have gone absolutely apeshit and I don't know why.
I can do Stone Skin Communal as my 5th level domain.
Yeah, if you're up for that. Would be pretty solid.
Yeah.
All of my domain is healing. Is it just, I say just, is it 140? Sorry.
Yeah, I can't really have anything to.
I don't
Use
think you
it
can apply
with.
faith to it. It's a domain. You might be able to, I don't know.
I'm not sure if I. Can you put faith on domain spells?
I don't remember. It's been a
It
while
would
since I've
stay
played.
in the faith feature if you could. Normally, you can't affect domain spells
Yeah.
just as they come.
It just increases your effective caster level by 1, so it doesn't actually say your domain. It just
Yeah, it
says
just
your
doesn't say
caster
anything
level.
about domains. Effective caster level by 1 or increase DC of the spell by 1.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So probably not.
assume not.
Alright.
Because you have to have separate stuff to get meta magic on it.
Mhm.
So yeah, 140.
Alrighty. Thank you.
So the only things going on is stone skin, mage armor, and invisibility.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
For some reason, I have a lot more skill ranks than I should have, so I'm going to fix that now. I apologise in advance. Even though the calculation was in there.
Do we get any additional hours for Clear Mind during the rest?
It'd be 4.
Are we ready to finish this?
Ready as we'll ever be. Are we on 2 now? Yeah, 2. So
Should
8.
be.
Unless you double it from feats.
No, I don't have clearest. I think. Jasenka, do you have clearest?
I used to,
Yeah,
but
got
I
rid of
did
it.
great stuff.
Then her mount got Clyde.
I'm just wondering, is it worth me popping? No. No, it's not. I'll keep these for battle spells.
Well, there's a doorway down there.
Indeed, I suggest we go down first and then make our way through.
Al, are you going to be leading the way, or do you want me to?
I'm on my way.
senses are much sharper than mine.
The southwestern room seems to be a jailer's room with 6 cells, 4 of which contain the eagle you travelled with, and a grier you have not yet seen before. Even in captivity, with rather cramped cells, all the prisoners seem well kept and fed, though that second part, not so much, as it seems nobody has tended to them since your last rest. The room is a bit stuffy, but carries the scent of cooked meats from a day's prior. One of the eagles speaks up, the one closest to you. Hey, it's me, Liliana. We're in Cookie's group. You've come to save us, right?
Indeed, we have.
That's why we are here. Is there a key or something like that?
I was
Before
just
we
going to
do
come and
that-
inspect the locks.
Can we just be clear? Do we actually recognise these people, or because we are dealing with illusionists?
One of them we don't recognize is the.
Grier.
I know we don't
Grier.
recognise the grier, but do we actually recognise these 4?
GM said we did.
Okay.
You're the
Alright.
magical person that can see if there's spells going on.
I was about to say I'll probably detect magic just to see if there is any illusions going on them, as well as like are the locks giving anything off, for example.
Aside from what they had previously, there is no magic here to speak of.
Okay. I'll just tap the glasses off and nod to the other 2.
If I inspect
are
the
these doors
cages, what
being
are they like?
closed?
Are they padlocked? Key locked?
They do have locks, but they're the ones that are just made into the door themselves. Seems to be a relatively simple lock.
If I look around the room, like Zaire was saying, is there any key?
You can roll perception. You can certainly find a ring of keys hanging above the nearby table.
I will grab the keys and will unlock out the 4 eagles, but we'll hold off the grier for just a moment.
Iliana will continue to speak. We heard some commotion both upstairs and near here. I take it that was you lot.
Probably. We had to take a break because we're completely exhausted trying to come and get you guys. Hopefully it didn't cause too much trouble.
If we were taken by anybody else, possibly, but the grief treated us well, outside of the kidnapping, that is.
Have they told you anything? Why they took you? Why they put you in here? What they're meaning to do?
They promised if we cooperated that we'd be treated well and allowed to leave when their plans were over with. Lena is good at finding lies and found none in what they said, but they wanted to take blood and samples from us. We all have druidic oaths and the like that don't really let us give that kind of stuff out to people. The grief said they understood, but one of our sisters, Calorel, she offered herself up so that none of us had to go through it. We haven't seen her since then, though.
I think
We
Edward
saw
pretty
her
winces.
upstairs.
Was she fine?
She's safe now. If you go back up, it should be clear up there, so you should be possibly able to even find her. We told her how to get out of here, so we don't know if she's stuck around or if she left first. But I don't imagine she went far.
That's good to hear. At least the grief kept their word beyond that.
Are we not letting this one out?
Well, I was going to ask who this Greer is.
Don't suppose you'd agree if I was with those eagles? Seems you're all buddy-buddy.
You'd be right. Where have you come from? How did you end up here?
I was travelling through the Seteni lands. I'm a merchant, you see, travelling with some relatively special metals. A lot of people around here like to make weapons, so making a good business out of it. And, well, these Garif came to me one day. Didn't look like they were looking to buy materials. Instead, they were offering me money if I came with them. I told them I wouldn't be free anytime soon, as I was making a long trip westward. It was going to take probably another few weeks. And then they just immediately doubled the offer. I got a kind of bad feeling from it, so I declined again. The next thing I knew, I was here. It seems they were rather rash in their needs. They said something about something being similar to an equinox, and they couldn't wait. They apologized a few times for even taking me, and they said similar to what that Ileana said. They wanted some blood, some samples, and when everything was done, I was free to leave, and they were still gonna give me that second offered payment.
That doesn't really excuse what they did to you all. Kidnapping you and keeping you against your will.
I'm not saying that. It's just I'd probably take these guys over pretty much anyone else who'd want to kidnap me any day.
Fair. Hopefully you wouldn't ever be kidnapped, but they've got their own plans that they're trying to accomplish.
How long have you been down here? Sorry, what did you say your name was?
I don't think either of these two asked. It's Fayev. I was taken about... I mean, it's hard to tell down here. I mean, I've also been keeping track of the time from the meals they've been giving me. I think 8-9 days?
And have they actually done anything aside from keeping you down here?
I mean, I
We
think they took
done
blood
anything.
samples.
Yeah, as I said, they took some blood from me, they took some samples, some scales, and parts of my wing that normally grow back anyway. They just done that a few times and just said they needed me to stay here in case they needed more. I don't know what they did when I was unconscious, but I don't think I was unconscious for too long.
I don't think there's any reason to keep them here, Al. We should just let them go.
I agree. There's no need to keep them here any further. Now I'll unlock the door.
By the way, how much did they promise you?
Thank you. The first offer was 500 gil, so obviously doubled was 1,000. It's definitely much more than I would make in quite a lot of time, but I don't want to take 1,000 gil and lose the trust of my customers. I'd rather have the pay over the time rather than an upfront payment and then worrying for like what I'm going to get afterwards.
Understood. Well, I think you're all free to leave if you want to. If you choose to stay with your looking at the eagles, if you choose to stay with your friend and wait for us, we'll meet up with you as soon as possible, but we gotta go get Kooky.
Alright. We'll try and make our way out of here and we'll wait for you outside. Hope Cookie's fine and that you're okay getting her.
We should be alright. And then I'll start heading back up this way.
Safe travels for when you get out.
Hope we can see you out there.
I have not been into that room down there to the right.
No, neither of us. None of
That
us
was
have.
the bunks.
That was
You
the
have
what?
been in there. It was the bunks. The
Oh.
bedroom.
I have not been in there. Somebody else was
Yeah.
in there. It was opened. Okay.
I was just telling you what it was because some people
Gotcha.
did.
There's a door up to the north we can head into, but I'll wait for everyone to gather.
Yeah.
I think they're making notes.
Same idea.
Alright, coming up to the northeastern room, just like what seems to be on the western sides, it is locked behind a metal door. Just like the other one, there is writing on the door which makes you think that they are connected, as it is written in Draconic, which I am pretty sure Al can read. I think everyone can read or even speak Draconic, because it's your shared language for discussions, as well as just be able to speak to the dragons. It has the same name as the other one as the Tiamarac's Recuperation Chamber.
Do you still have those keys out? See if maybe one of them will fit into the lock here.
I do, but what does reparation mean?
Action of making amends for a wrong one has done by providing payment or other assistance.
Or it could just be a fancy way of saying repairing.
Okay, Thesaurus, thank you for the information.
That was so on point. That was fantastic. Good job.
Okay,
But you're pretty sure in this context it means to repair.
I will try some of the keys that I collected, but I'm assuming they're only for the jail cells, but I'll try.
Didn't we find a key from one of the guys when we fought in here?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I think it's going to be those. It was the guy who was late
Yeah,
who turned
yeah.
up.
Will be. Because the key has a note on it. I even said it was the key for the Tiamarac's Reparation Chamber.
Then I'll use
It
that
has been
goddamn
2
key.
weeks.
I know, but I'm just glad that you remembered it.
And
I was
it's
using the
already
key, is she?
locked.
Yes, because I'm fairly
Alright,
certain Al
you
would have been the one
will.
to pick it up.
Yeah, more likely.
Oh boy.
Opening the door, you will find a room that is seemingly abnormally cramped. A small altar is placed in front of a huge fountain of red liquid that pours from an urn held in the statue's hands of a Grier woman. Her wings are scaled like a dragon with a long tail that dips into the fountain. A short sword is pierced through her back, with the tip pointing it towards the fountain itself. In front of the altar is a Garith who was deep in concentration, broken by your presence. Sitting on the edge of the fountain is a bound Kuki, around her hands, feet, and wings. The Garith turns to face you, his mask ritualistic and seemingly denoting a high station of a priest. You notice that there are 9 of him, shifting visages, moving in and out. Seeing you here, that must mean that everyone to this point is either dead or unable to fight back. To think We were so close. I don't suppose at this point you are willing to wait another day or so.
Absolutely not.
And you smell too.
Go take a shower.
The inherited will not be hurt further. We only need them for the ritual to be complete within this time frame. Our twin curses are such a burden that we're going to risk a no from the participants. We won't get another chance like this for another century.
You know, for someone who speaks so kindly, you tend to refer to people as objects more than people at times. Why is that?
Sadly, due to the curse, our bodies are quite a cell. What we see of others is just a prison that contains the soul not allowed to be released.
It's always very easy when you're the one hurting to think that the body is not that important, rather the one being hurt. But this isn't a time for an ideological debate, is it?
It's not okay to abscond with people in the middle of the night and then use them for your own gain without asking them, telling them what's going on. Maybe next time you'll be able to think ahead and try to ask permission instead of just stealing people away.
There shall not be a next time for me. As I say, the next will be in a century, and this body will just be a cocoon holding the powers of whatever created me.
We do not wish to harm you. We just want our friend back.
Acquaintance.
And I consider Cookie a friend.
I take it Cookie doesn't look like she wants to be here, to be very clear.
I mean, she does look at the party and look at the Garif, but she is sort of a crestfallen attitude. She has a sort of empathy for what's going on with them, but also she doesn't really enjoy the situation.
Yeah.
Is there anything that Zairin can do to try to help her right now? Or is she, like, beyond his meager aid of, like... I mean, was she the one that has a sword through her? I couldn't...
No, the statue of the Gria that is pouring the liquid into the fountain, the statue has... It is carved in a way that the short sword is through the Gria.
Gotcha.
Kuki seems mostly unharmed besides being bound.
Okay, well then I can obviously just take her bindings off.
How you can do that?
I've got a knife that Edwin's dad gave me, or his mom, I can't remember.
Dad.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that this guy's going to let us just unbind Cookie.
Well, I'm going to go for it anyways.
Alright, so as you go to that, everyone roll initiative.
Jeez.
So, now's the time now!
He's mad.
Where am I? Initiative.
Give me back the person that can save my form.
Finally! Holy, I think that's the highest initiative I've...
Hey, even though I crit, I still get 2 people before me.
I mean, I am, like, big on Dex. You're not as much.
I'm not at all. I got nothing into Dex.
Yeah. Let's see. I've got.
Alright, Edwin.
Okay. This person has a load of images flying around them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will attempt to dispel magic them, because that is what happens to us all the time. I will cast Greater Dispel Magic on them. Use a point of faith, get it out eventually, and attempt. That is with the point.
That'd be cast level 15, so you're doing faith, or is that?
Yes, it's cast level 15.
Okay.
Which is, it should already be in there.
Yeah, it's in the roll.
Yeah.
It was more for calculating how many fakes you'd be dispelling.
Yeah.
The answer to that would hopefully be yes.
Well, we don't know what they've got.
I know. Just
Turns out those 9 images all reflect charges.
Yeah. Since you can actively see the mirror image, I take it you want to try to dispel that first.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I can target it and I know it's a mirror image, I will get rid of that first.
Anything visible or anything you use with detect magic, you can select. Currently, you can only see the mirror images. Alright,
that's fine.
The mirror images, I'm just going to check because they are special, because he's a special boy.
Of course he is.
No, okay. The images will be dispelled.
Okay. I know this seems like I'm blowing stuff very early, but I'm going to do it anyway. Once per day, quicken shower of 3 for everybody, and I will double that as an enhancement, so it's plus 12 resistance for everyone for this turn, then plus 6 going ahead.
plus 12 resistance to saves, right?
Yes. And then it will be plus 6 at the start of my next turn. But that's me done.
No, I don't think I
Zyron, give me that attack roll on the manacles.
Oh, attack roll? Just a regular
It's
attack?
Sundering is an attack roll for damage.
Oh.
It's CMB, but yeah.
Okay.
You roll CMB for your Sunder, and then whatever the damage your weapon is, it's basically going to be an attack. Because I don't
I
give
see.
bonuses.
I thought it was just like ropes. So I was going to use just a regular knife, but if I see that it's metal, I would definitely rather use my adamantine weapon than that.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I described how she was bound. Yes, they are metal manacles.
Right, okay. Where is my attacks page? I'm just gonna roll a single attack with my weapon. That's the single? I think so, yeah.
Nice.
You will destroy the manacles around her hands.
Alright. Is that pretty much my turn then? That's my standard action then, for this turn.
I'm pretty sure you can just Sunder full attack by default. I'll double check.
Yeah, some of them are a bit dodgy.
Place my attack. Yeah, as part of an attack action in place of an attack. Don't know why it's so forward like that. You could do a full attack Sunder if you want to do your other 2 attacks on her legs and wings.
Oh, yeah. So then just ignore the first one on this.
I mean, I could just accept the first one and just -5 to 2.
Oh, yeah. Then in order to get the third attack, I will also use a temporal point on it. So just minus.
Alright, yep, you destroyed the other 2 manacles.
Okay.
Nice.
Crit confirm on an object. I don't think that works for my abilities, so I'm just gonna take that temporal point out.
No, because it's not a creature.
Right.
Doesn't have blood.
Also, I don't
God.
think you can crit objects. I always keep forgetting if you can. Yeah, they're immune to critical hits, so it doesn't matter regardless.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah.
Ow.
That's it.
I will drop my axe as a free action and grow a set of claws and teeth. I will 5 foot this way and we'll try to full attack all the visages.
Did that happen?
The mirror just got dispelled.
Oh yeah, they're all gone, aren't they? Then I will just attack him.
After your spirited message, I was like, I'm going to dispel it.
Those will all hit. Is that it?
Be done.
Goes to the Grief. Who's going to cast a spell?
I'm going to cast 8,000 Slay Living.
Of course. Going to cast a spell defensively.
I'm going to press the
I don't
thing.
really think he needs to roll though. You know that he is casting Vanish Greater.
Okay. I can see you.
And as he turns invisible, you cannot see him.
Ah, interesting.
When it comes back to my turn, am I able to roll like perception or anything to try and gauge an idea of where he is?
If you have scent,
would
I
be
think you
able to
can figure out where he is.
He doesn't.
Yeah, I don't have scent. I don't even think I have it in my dragon form.
Never mind.
Drazenka.
Blizzaga, straight in there.
Just I'm just double checking something. I'm going to just do something and hope it works. White out.
Mhm.
Because I don't need to see them, they just need to be within 30 feet of me.
Mhm.
Affected.
Very nice.
Always the way.
You just gotta hope.
28
That
10.
because some 10 HP.
50 total HP.
Yep.
Well, I know where he was, so I'm just gonna try and move around to get here. And gonna bless Cookie for AC. Let's do saves actually.
What now?
Blessing to Cookie to saves.
Okay, it sounded like you said you were changing something then.
No.
Alright. Edwin.
Okay. Shell goes down to +6. That was a great use of enhancement. I'm going to go to here. I don't think I have anything that cool for this. Because Glitter Dust is a completely different spell list. Ding, 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 ding.
Just rescue Cookie.
Yeah, I think honestly the only thing I can think of doing is
I do
can
have
Cookie
blind
move?
sense.
Like, is Cookie able to move, or is she just kind of like, is she chained to the floor? As Zion got rid of all?
No,
the
she's able to
stuff
move.
that's on-
Siren got rid of her barnacles. We'll just have her go on Siren's turn.
Okay. I mean, I was just gonna rescue her out the room, like cast rescue, just pull her straight out. Because I assume
Alright.
they still need her. I will do that.
We definitely do need her.
And that's it. I can't do anything else.
Siren.
I'm just gonna be full offensive, and I'm gonna like kind of scooch over to block the doorway over here, so that nothing can get by. And I'm going to enter my defensive stance. Defensive stance is somewhere.
Gotta slow find that fucking dragon.
Gotcha. Right. And then I'm full defensive on top of that.
Is that it?
That's it.
How?
So what's blind sense again?
Let's see.
Because I can't seem to find much about it, so I'm a little bit confused. But I do have blind sense with a range of 30 feet.
I think that just means you know what square creatures are in.
I know, which would be
Blind
perfect for
sense.
this right now.
But you don't know. You can't see them. It's not like blind sight. You can't actually see them. But
No, I know.
So it kind of works like Travis Sense, except they don't need to be on the ground. So you would know where they are, but they'll still have mischance.
That's
Yeah.
fine. So, where are they?
Do you have to use an action to activate Blind Sense, or you just always have it?
Yeah, I just always have it. It's part of my dragon senses, but I don't have to be in dragon form for it.
Okay.
To be fair, a lot of dragons have it.
You know that he is currently on the ceiling here.
How high is the ceiling?
I guess technically 8 feet,
Fair enough.
basically 2 squares.
I will let Zaire know that I know that he is in that space on the ceiling. To which I will just try to attack. See if I can hit it. Go on, let the crit hit.
The first and third will miss. Though, thanks to the dispelling, that claw hit.
Oi.
Alright, anything else?
That is it from Al for the moment.
Alright.
She will actually activate her scale toughness as well. Just in case.
Good idea.
The Grief is going to cast a spell. He'll do it
Can't see him.
defensively just because you attacked him. Al, Juzenka, and Zairin, I need you three to give me will saves, please.
Is Drazenka doing her?
I was
special
just about to
roll?
ask that before I roll it.
Am I allowed to do Unity? I guess, maybe? I don't know. Because they're invisible, I don't see them casting a spell. So am I still allowed to do Unity?
Unity is part of Cleric, is it?
Well, it's a domain. It's a... one of my
The
domains
protection
is
domain.
Community domain.
Community.
It's just this.
I would say no, because you have to do it in response to something, and this just happens when you do it.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to.
Then I will use my Charmed Lives. Which is a plus.
Is Jam Life not also worded the same?
Probably is, because you don't know you're being spieled. More likely.
Let me. Oh,
I would say the same for Jam Life, because you don't know what's happening.
well, rude. Okay. Yep, that's what I expected.
Jesus, is that with the +6 resistance?
Oh no, I forgot about the resistance. So that's 6 higher.
Do you have
actually,
no resistance bonus? to
I
begin
was
with?
just about to say it's actually 5 higher because I do have
No.
my cloak. Defensive. See, I just have +1 resistance, so it's only +5 to that.
Yeah, Esther.
Desperately checking if you can use a hero point. Oh,
Oof.
Do I have a hero point? I don't. Shit.
yeah, I think we're all out. Unless Drazenka has 10.
Nope.
Salt's come in, so we're all going to die. She's the herald of the end times.
Alright,
Get out my shoe.
Druzenka can
Sorry.
hear this anyway. Edwin will probably have to make a perception check to see if you can hear this. But yeah, Edwin, you can hear it. The Grief asks that everyone in the room, because he can't target Edwin, so only Al and Zarin will follow it, but to go to the northern wall, and everyone can leave without difficulty, which you are forced to do on your turn. Again, you saved well, you don't have to answer to that.
I've already got a voice in my head that tells me what to do. You can't give me another one.
Yeah, I have enough voices in my head. The thing is, we got Cook out. Do we really need to actually fight?
No.
But
Not
like
really.
you two are potentially forced to do stuff.
Lasagna.
I mean, I am considering it. I'm just gonna stay where I am, and can I, if I need to roll like bluff or something to pretend that I'm following the order?
Sure, if you want.
I'm just like, do I want to actually ready an action if I want to do that? Problem is, he's invisible and I can't do much about that.
Do you have see invisibility? But then again, I couldn't see him even with it.
I mean, I guess I assume Edwin would have like been like, "Oh, I can't see them."
Yeah, you probably would have heard him just go, "Oh."
Something like that, like yeah. And I don't have the bigger dispels or anything that can make him invisible or visible again. Yeah, that's the problem. There's nothing I can do even if I do pretend. You had something to do with him, it's alright.
It's alright.
Damn. No, I'm gonna move on down. Basically, he'll also like in front of the doorway. And like just respond that if you let us live with Cookie, then we'll leave you be to plan for your future.
Is that it?
I will. So many targets, so few actions. I'll keep the blessing on Saves on Cookie.
Okay. Edwin?
Okay. Gonna move it to. Can I stand there? I'm kind of
I mean, you're just going to be in the hallway, yeah.
Yeah. I am going to cast a reach spell. I have no idea if the guy's evil, but we'll see. For communal protection from evil. So that will hit everyone. I'll divide that amongst 5. Because why not? I will faith it. So I think everyone just gets 2.5 minutes. Let me check. Yeah, 3 minutes, sorry, not 2.5. The most important part of this, because it is a fucking wall of text, everyone gets +2 deflection to AC and resistance. It's not really going to matter. The big one is this. But it'll only work if they're evil, and it is down to GM discretion about how exactly it functions. So effectively, if they are evil, anyone who is currently under mental control gets another save, and if they succeed, it stops working for the time. of the spell.
Okay, nothing will happen.
Great. That's what I can do.
Zion, move to the north wall and stay there. Al does the same.
Depending on the spell, do they not get a save at the end of their turn, or is it not one of those?
No.
Okay. This is gonna be fun.
The door to the west is going to open. Drazenka.
Uh, I could actually, sure, why not? Just try this as a reach spell as well and follow Edwin's lead, but cast again might not work because it's element stuff. But same thing, but protection from chaos. So if basically the same effect, but if the caster was chaotic, then they get a new save.
Yep.
You have protection from chaos communal, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. Because clerics.
Alright. Al and Zion, you can make a will save again.
Well done.
Am I able to use Charmed Life this time?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Remember, you get a +2 morale bonus already, so I don't know what bonus Charmed Life is.
That's a good question.
Ooh. Well done, Al.
Very
That's
nice.
a good one.
That's a good save for Al.
Also, I like how you have stubborn for the illusion stuff.
Yep. Because fuck you. I am stubborn.
There is that. Okay, so it is. It doesn't say there's any type of. Oh, it doesn't say what type it is, so it's probably just untyped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is a will save again, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then, so I have +5 from Edwin, and then +7 for charisma is 12. Oh, no. Hold on. I just did 12 saves. Okay. Try that again. Will save. 1 save. +12. Submit. Holy crap!
It should be +2, but I think you're okay.
Wait, what? +2?
Because you get it from the spell as a morale bonus, unless you've already got it.
Oh. Yeah,
What
I
spell?
forgot about that.
If they're under an effect, you get to redo
And
the same
ongoing.
+2. Yeah, any
Yeah.
ongoing mind effects.
Okay.
So yeah, it would be plus
Alright,
that.
Al and Zion are no longer compelled to stay against the northern wall.
Excellent.
Let's take Cookie and get out of here. Don't think we need to pursue further.
Nope.
It's my move. I'm going to do that and go to Cookie.
Has Cookie been doing anything on the turns that she's had at all?
She's actually
I
got
mean,
a full turn.
what was she gonna do in the southern room?
Hide, maybe? I don't know. I was just.
She's gonna hide from an illusionist.
I mean, she could physically get out of line of sight of them.
Now I'll keep giving my blessing to Cookie for saves.
Is any member of the party gonna try and go after the grief?
Nope.
I was thinking about doing something, but it seems like the consensus is everyone's going to run, so let's go. As it is my next,
Yes.
I'll just work something out.
What, in relation to if we're going to run away or not?
Are you gonna try and track down the grief, or are you just gonna let him go?
It's against Al's nature to let them go, but she's still not at her full strength, so she'll just do it. And then she'll follow the way out with Cookie.
Does your blind cell since reach like where he might be?
It's 30
Yeah.
feet, so... Is he within 30 feet of me?
Not within line of effect, no.
So he's probably in the room to our left.
I did a plan for that.
Unless
but
that was
we're
like
leaving.
a distraction that I open the door and go somewhere else.
What were you gonna say you're gonna do, Edwin?
I was going to, if we were going to go after him, I was going to walk in here and cast Wall of Stone and do it around all the doors apart from the one I went through. But we don't know where he is. We're not going for him, so that is what it
Well,
is.
unless you do want to know where he is, and I can just walk in that room and tell you if he's in there or not.
You could do.
I mean, you can do. If you want to go
'Cause-
after him, he's.
Yeah, I can just
Likely
tell
to
you
get
if he's
that far,
actually
does
in
he
there or
need
not.
to-
Yeah,
Isn't the
because
move action to open a door?
yeah,
The door's
I
already
think so.
open.
Yes, it's the move action
Yeah.
from the door.
So he
Open the
only had
door
one
and
move,
so
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
unless he has special stuff.
So, yeah, you
if you want to
can...
go after him, you can.
I'll wait till after hour if they go in there and they want to
Yeah.
track him down.
Alright. Zara just sitting down.
Say that one more time.
Is Zara just gonna sit down, or are you gonna also do something?
I have nothing to do with the rest of this combat, really, is because he's invisible and I can't see him, so I'm just gonna go down to here and go
Ow.
here.
Start chucking
Ow.
flour around.
will
Mm.
walk into this room and see if she can
Doesn't
sense
see him
him.
there.
And I'll shout back and say, yes, he is here. He's in the middle of the magic circle.
Okay. I'll go to there, and I'm going to cast Wall of Stone, basically just like an L shape to block both doors.
I take you doing it at reach.
I'd have to, wouldn't I? Yeah.
You would have to, yes.
Yeah, that will tank my MP, but oh well.
Is it possible to continue my movement to see if I can attack him? Or not?
He's currently on the ceiling, which is 15 feet high.
Oh, okay, fine. Hey, if that's the case, we're having a ceiling battle. I'm climbing on this ceiling.
I'm pretty sure I can get that distance. Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right.
Blessing on Alpha saves. That's me done. I think I'll just yell back down there. Do we really want to let this kidnapper simply do this again? And just start blocking
What?
the exits. I'm talking about the grief. Never mind.
Alright, he's gonna move again. I would keep track of him before he just goes out the room, going across the ceiling above Edwin.
Okay. Do we get the impression he's just running away?
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, unless we're just gonna do, yeah, well, doesn't matter. Yep, can't do anything else. Should take his turn.
So Zanka doing anything?
Mm. I mean, did like Al let everyone know that he just left your little trap?
I mean, Al would have been able to do the blind sense to know it went past her over Edwin.
Currently
Back
into
on the
Edwin,
ceiling, going past Edwin.
And then yeah.
Isn't Drazenka just tall enough where she just blocks the whole door frame?
She's not in the doorway.
No, I know.
But regardless of her actual height, she still only takes up the 5 foot square.
Yeah, that's logics.
Hang on,
That's
in
what we
D
came here
in
for.
D&D, don't we round down? You said the ceiling was 8 foot in that small little room, so technically wouldn't be able to go over Drazenka if she stood in the doorway.
You round down where appropriate. 8 foot is still 8 foot.
Also, I'm not in the doorway, so moot point.
Yeah.
It's
Doesn't
easy enough to
matter.
go around of where I'm currently standing, so.
Do you say Zanka is doing anything or not?
Just trying to yell back to Edwin that we found what we came here for. Do we really need to do any more bloodshed? Is Zayran out of the defensive stance? So you're fatigued, right? Am I tracking this right? Entro?
What?
Is Zayran still in defensive stance, or were you forced out of it because of the mind control?
I was not forced out of it, but I should probably get out of it. So I'm gonna be.
So I can take. Basically, yeah. Drazenka's gonna like be near Cookie and get rid of Zayran's fatigue.
Yeah, I'll step out of my
And just
defensive
kind of-
stance then.
Yeah. She's not gonna take any actions to pursue the grief any further. She's gonna stay near Cookie and try to like coach everybody like towards the exit.
Yep.
Or at the very least Cookie. The others are free to do whatever they want.
Is Zaire doing anything?
Nope, just stepping out of defensive stance and ushering towards the exit.
Are Al or Edwin doing anything to continue following after the grief?
Nope. Can't do
It's
anything.
just gonna continue running. I was just gonna say coward. But no, she's not.
Alright. The grief will flee. As I close like 20 tabs. As you are sorting out Zion in the bunks, Kuki will talk to you. Thank you for coming after us, but I'm sure you're mostly of the mind that you want to be healing Ow. It's good regardless.
Indeed. Well, it's not wrong with us to simply allow them to take you.
It's quite an efficient way of taking us there. He had quite the strong illusory magic as well as mind control. Shenanigans.
Indeed, it's as if they're practiced in this.
They were driven by desperation.
It certainly shone through in what they were saying. Thankfully, they weren't so mindless about it.
Ends don't always justify the means. It's a cold comfort that the criminals were kind when the crime still happened.
I suppose that'll be true. I just hope this doesn't urge them towards even more drastic measures. Though, what more than illusions and mind control is there? They needed our parts, not our alive bodies.
Well, they had some sort of time scale going on where they needed it done. And we've interrupted that, and apparently the next time that they can do it will be in a century or so.
That's what he was saying, yes. Far beyond how old they're going to be able to live to, especially any of the eagles they were going to be using for this.
Yeah.
They would have to pass the information down to 3 generations from now.
Hopefully next time it'll be consensual. They'll be able to find somebody who'd be willing to help them.
I get the feeling they've been turned down quite a few times. And as you see, turned to more drastic measures.
Yeah. Let's get out of this place. It's not very cozy feeling.
When you were in the reparation chamber, you would have noticed that there were some items in the fountain.
Edwin, Drzinka, I think I saw some things that you guys probably need to check out real quick.
Hang on, Zaire seeing things? That ain't likely.
Yeah, you might have seen them too.
It was the royal you.
I was right next to the. It was probably one in the splash from the manacles going into the pool.
I suppose this is some kind of consolation prize, even if we can't deal with that thing. Let's have a look. Jazenka, are you just keeping an eye on Kuki? Oh, no, there you go.
I can
Nope.
take a look as well.
If you look into the fountain, you'll see 4 sealed vials.
What would you need to identify such a thing?
2 spellcrafts.
I'll lay that one.
Yeah, so that'd just be +2 unless you've got something special for it.
Nope.
Alrighty.
You do not know what they are.
I don't know what these are.
That's strange.
They may be some kind of restorative or poison for all we know. It could be even made from the parts of the eagles taken. I suggest we take this to someone who has a bit more knowledge of our chemicals.
Yeah, we should also go see if we can gather up all of our companions and maybe even that other Gria. See if they're still here.
Sounds like a
I'd say
plan
they
to
would
me.
be waiting for us.
And then we can finally get back on track to this this trail.
Indeed. I'm going to say about how bring her dragon form back. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Agreed.
And I guess we just leave.
With the vials, correct?
Yeah.
Also, what was that fluid? Was it bodily fluids, blood and stuff?
We don't know.
You never
it's
looked. You never checked. It's red liquid. It seems
Yeah.
more thin than blood would be.
Okay. Well, whoever got that stuff out of there should probably get some cleaning.
I'll do a round of magical cleaning and magical hygiene.
Yeah, I'm sure Kuki would appreciate that too.
If she allows it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Party can make their way out of the temple. As everyone can get a hero point.
Yay, I have one back.
Can't wait to spend this on a random RP moment.
Right?
I need to dance better.
How many sessions did we spend in that fucking cave? God damn.
A lot.
A few.
The campaign so far.
True.
The DST is finished. We've just been in there for like a month.
Was that other eagle waiting for us or no? Or not eagle, but Gria.
What the fuck is going on with that? I think I've finally broken my finger. I have like 3 versions of Auni I can't get rid of. Oh well. Can bring that Gria out here as well. really doesn't like loading the map. Alright, as you leave the temple and get to the outside, you will meet back up with the 6 Eagle and the Bria Faith. They're quite happy to be reunited with Kuki, as well as seeing that your party is able to get out of there alive.
We're glad to be out of there, frankly.
Where's the closest place that we could go that we could possibly get some rest? Is that the academy that we might be able to go to?
Potentially. Would be down to...
If that's what you're wanting.
Oh, we're just trying to figure out where the closest place to rest would be. Would that be it?
The closest place would be the academy if you wanted to. Wanted to go to an actual settlement.
We are trying to get to Fistrek, though, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's the
Fistrek, yes.
objective. Okay.
Well, first we need to go way back to the Glenhold Woods.
Yeah, because that's
Oh,
where...
yeah.
It's out.
So...
I feel like we're gonna have to get to the road anyways.
Yeah, we'll have to go, essentially, back, pretty much almost exactly back the way we came.
Yeah.
And go that way. Ain't much else we can say about that one.
I mean, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that out there.
You were planning to go to Feneld. Depends if you still want to.
I'm sorry, I got something that should help us there, right?
Supposedly, yeah.
Might as well see what that's about.
Right.
Yeah.
Then if we have to go back to Glenhold Woods anyway, so it's kind of in the way, on the way.
Right.
Works for me.
Jeez, sorry.
It's alright. We started at Eventrad, didn't we? So we're effectively going back, like, almost right back to the start, but I think we've been over this before. It's not like a timed thing. It's just who gets there. And
Right.
we've already had people.
And the first section doesn't even start until either everybody gets there or is bought off or
Like-
killed, essentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Cool.
it don't start till we get there or decide that we're not going.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
What time of day is it now?
It would be 9 a.m.
So we got all day to travel. We still have our chocobos, right?
Yes, you have the purple chocobos that were given to you by Karthurra.
Nobody else has anything that they can. Is Faith kind of just hanging out with us for now?
I mean, it's going to depend on which direction you're going, because if you're going up north, she's going that way. She might as well stick with you if you want. If you're allowing her to stay around.
Oh yeah, she's fine with. That's fine with us, or me at least.
Don't see an issue with that.
No.
We never did find her payment that they had promised her, did we?
You found quite a few things in there.
Yeah, but not money. Not very
No,
much.
you
sure?
do need to.
Not very much of it.
We found a fair bit of money in a bag, which may well be her payment.
I don't remember.
That's something we can discuss with her as we go.
So, which direction is the party heading?
North.
That's fine. Yeah, to the road and then due north.
When I've
Well,
got
not
some
due north,
MP
but
back,
follow the road.
I'll try and uncurse some of this stuff.
Zyron will give up his chocobo to one of the others since we're going at a walking pace
We
anyways.
have a carriage.
I was gonna say we got a carriage.
Oh,
Yep.
it's
We
big.
are in a carriage.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Mhm. We've been underground for like 5 sessions.
Man, I forgot.
Yep.
We only have 2 of the purple chocobos.
Okay.
Yeah, there for the carriage.
But
Okay.
if need be, I can summon more. They're just gonna be yellows, but
Yeah.
we
Yeah, they're
can't
just
put anybody
slower.
on the cart or carriage.
And Kooky and her friends all can turn into like mice and stuff like that. So that's
Yeah, they turn into mice and they're just on the top of the carriage.
and then I don't know what Faith does, but she can.
She's a merchant. She makes money.
Right. She's welcome to come with us. I don't. Can we make room for her in the carriage?
Fuck's sake, come on. It seems that this map is having me observe the fucking jump gate issues. No other map has me like double up images. As for the carriage, you can have 4 people in the actual carriage.
Okay, and then Zaire is usually the one driving, anyways. So
Yeah, up front is Zion and Jazenka, so in the back you'll just be Al, Edwin, and most likely Faith now.
cool beans.
Right, you can make your way back onto the road and start your way northward. Though due to the mountains and lack of road to start, you'll only get here for today.
Okay.
Do we want to start using up some of, or start trying to decurse some of those items, or no?
Well, I need to ask how long were we traveling for? Was it full 8 hours?
It'd be 8 hours up to now before you go to rest.
Okay, so that'll be 16. I can uncurse because we don't know about the cloaks of resistance. Can we do those again and see if they are cursed?
Spellcraft, yeah.
Yeah, because we did pretty well, but we were hesitant to use them off the bat.
Right. Which, not gonna lie, that would have been fantastic help, but you know.
Where is my blessings of the faithful? It's just not there. Okay. I'll cast Great Heroism myself and
I take it's the 3
Do that.
cloaks you found in the southwestern area.
yes. So
Okay.
that's 6. Cool. So yeah, I will attempt to spellcraft those. Just 3 of them, yeah.
It's just the one. It's the same item.
Oh yeah, of
You'd
course.
know.
I'll give an assist if I can.
Roll a 6. The 2 is just from the blessing though. Couldn't find the buff. So that'd be 36. Unless you're saying you want to try on your own.
just as no, she aided you. She can only aid or do it herself.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't get anything different if she didn't help you. You know that typically the DC is 10 above what is normal. For a resistance, it's normally 20. So a 30 should tell you it. If it is cursed, though there are other means to increase it. With a 36, you still see them as free cloaks of resistance plus 5.
Okay. I will say that these are not cursed as far as I can tell. I suggest that you divide it amongst yourselves, although, Jazenka, do you not have some kind of magical resistance already?
I have some resistance from my faith.
Do you wish to have one of these cloaks as well, or is that a moot increase?
It would be an increase, but I have a different item I would rather keep.
Understandable. And then for curses, I can only do 3 today. Is there anything in there that people really want? Because we have got a lot of stuff and a lot of money, so we probably will need to invest in like tents and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I would take one of the cloaks of resistance. So, I mean, as long as one of them is free for me, then so we could switch out one of those with a +1.
Oh, there was another. There was a belt of physical might that we weren't sure if it was cursed or not.
Yeah, I think someone's got that on their person though. I'm not sure who.
It might be like, don't know if it was put in the group loot or whatever, but
Yeah, there was one in there. It's not in group loot.
it's not
I
all
think-
well put in the group loot for some reason. I think because maybe
I think from
people
memory,
like
it was like they were going to use it.
tips.
Yeah. So, Al or Zyron, do you have that belt?
I do not.
Al?
It's a belt that's on my wish list.
I think you rolled for it. But I might be
That's
wrong.
the list of items that I've tried to keep track of.
Yeah. Because, yeah, that one's fine. We've
Like,
got
the only
that.
ones we like.
What is the belt we're talking about again?
Belt
Uh,
of physical might, +2 to
yeah.
strength and dex.
I want to say Al's already got that.
Just we
Yeah, I've
found
got a-
one and weren't
I've got a
sure.
belt of physical might +4.
So, it would just go to Jasenka then.
Yep.
Yeah, but probably have to check for curses.
Yeah, I'll do the same again.
No, still 8.
Harrison. Cool. I'll just put it in the calculation then. I'll do a +4. Same again.
If only you had the identify spell.
I didn't even realise identify was a spell for a long time. Maybe that's something I'll pick up in time.
Does it give you bonuses or something?
Yeah, it gives you like a +10 or something.
Oh shit.
It's a relatively low level spell as well, I think.
It's like a first level spell, I think. First or second.
It is a first. Yeah, it's +10 enhancement on spellcraft checks.
Ain't bad.
Alright. You already
That's
had
the
it in,
belt.
didn't you? Yeah, +4. So
Yeah,
at
so it's-
36, you know you're one off of the number you need for checking if it is cursed, so as far as you can tell, it's not cursed.
They don't seem to be cursed either.
Which one was
There
that?
are
Okay.
the belt of physical might, so I'm assuming that's going to Jazenka then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't
I
want
would
to wait another day to confirm.
Oh, you mean on one off it?
Yeah, you're one
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Need 37.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I would just say we'll hold off on that one then.
Yeah.
I just uncurse them from the ground up then, I guess. I don't know if anyone particularly wants anything on that that we know is cursed that needs uncursing.
Or were there any items people want to, like, get now?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm asking. And then I'll just roll the dice. Because I think Cap of the Freethinker was for someone. Clubs of Dueling are pretty good. The +6 headband would be pretty good for Zyron. So yeah, I would just say very quick, if there's something you want, just shout out now and I'll make the checks. I can't remember what winged boots do off the top of my head, but I'm alright, personally.
I got, like, with the belt for total, 3 more items that I had my eye on.
Okay, so it lets you fly. I think that might be good for Zaire,
Yeah.
to be honest. But
Which
yeah,
one?
okay. The winged boots. But
Okay.
what ones are you having your eye on, Drazenka?
Not the winged boot.
No,
One of my
okay.
list.
How are they? If they're on your
But
wish
I'm
list,
happy to argue about them if someone else has them too.
no, I'm fine. I'm thinking more about when Zaire gets stuck on the floor, but we could just cast fly on him.
I mean, yeah, they'd be good if Zyra wants them.
But I think the Strider Spider one might be better for him.
Yeah, I'm going to write out what I have got my eye on, and then just post it in the chat, and then if we can each do that. That would be fine. Then we could like discuss afterwards which one.
I'll tell you now, there's nothing on there that I'm after, so
Okay.
it's pretty much for everyone. I already got some stuff while we were in there, so I'm not too worried.
I don't know what I just said.
Those are the ones that I'm thinking about.
Wait, don't you already have a circlet on? Oh wait, no, you're
Nope.
You've got the headband.
I got the headband. I got the
Yeah.
other, because we found 2 +6 headbands. I got the first one.
Right. I don't know what gloves of dueling do.
They increase your CMD against disarms, and if you have weapon training, it gives you a +2 bonus to that feature.
Okay.
Which I think in FFd20, because of the way that warrior is worded, you just probably wouldn't get that anyway unless you have the martial focus feat. But it's pretty good. They're worth having. Now, is there anything on there that you're after?
I mean, I want to say the only thing I'm looking out for is the Cap of the Freethinker.
Alright. Well, what? Okay, so you got that. You'll get the gloves. I might as well just do all these now.
Well, hold on. Okay.
Yeah, so one's going to fail. So there's 2. All I'm saying is I can do 3. So I may as well just start doing them. And then we can work it out as we go. Otherwise we'll be here for quite a while.
I
take it those are cross spells you're doing.
Yes, so the first one's going to fail flat out. And it's just to get the rolls in, so I would say pick whichever ones they're going to be. I don't know if they're going to do them or not, but I would suggest we just go
I mean,
down
you
the
could just
list.
do them all on the same item.
What do you mean, sorry? Oh, you
You
mean
can
just
just cast cross 3 times on the one item if it doesn't work.
No, you're right. Yeah, I'll do that.
What are you starting with?
Okay.
We'll do it on the winged boots because they just sound fun. So that'll be the first. Well, yeah. Just let me know when it works, or if it works. I'm applying faith to all of these, but that's just in the roll.
What was it that Al wanted?
Cap at the freethinker.
Gotcha.
It's a will save thing.
Alright, the winged boots are no longer cursed.
Awesome. Was that first or second roll?
It would probably be the first one since it's
The
higher.
the 16 would not work.
I assume so.
It'd be the 29.
Cool. Fine. So wing boots are good. There to Drazenka. And we'll try the 28 on.
You can give that one to Al first. I can.
Yeah, I
make
was going to
more
say
stuff.
we'll go on the cap of the freethinker and then see if that works, and then I'll just do the rest as we go forward.
That will remove the curse on the cap of the freefinger.
Cool. So cap and boots. Alright. I can't do that just because of resources. I can't do that much more.
Nope, that's fine.
So yeah, we'll just continue on and keep doing checks as we go.
And then in the morning, you should probably try to check out those vials again.
Yeah, vials and the belt, I will try again on those. But we can do that more likely after the break, I imagine.
Alright, as the party looks around for a suitable place to camp for the night, we will have our break here.
Alrighty, see you in a bit.
All right.
And I will be right back.
I was thinking actually,
Were you?
is I know it's a rare occurrence. Zoran, do you actually could you use something like a stone man's hand as a fencer, or do you have to have the hand like available to you?
He's a hand free.
It has to be free. Yeah.
It has to be free. Fine.
Yeah. I talked about that with Nepaz when I made this character because I was thinking about that as well.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yep.
Did you unmute yourself as well, Jester?
Yeah.
Alright. As the party is looking around, searching for a place to set up camp, now with the aid of all of the Eagles and a new Grief, who... Have you decided you're going to let them stick around the end until you at least get back to Sablebrook?
Yeah, at least until we get to wherever they want to break off from us at.
Sorry, a grief or a Greer?
Gria, sorry. There's a lot of G's going on.
Oh no, I thought like as they turn back into a grief. Oh shit.
No.
Yeah, VF was in disguise this whole time.
There's only one G going on.
Very funny.
I would have laughed any
Um,
other day, but not today.
Instead of finding a place for your own camp, you will find a different one. Whereas a campfire leads smoke into the air. Do you wish to go investigate?
What kind of smoke? Is it like just campfire smoke, or is it like
Just
things
normal,
are
normal
burning?
campfire smoke, like
Okay.
something's cooking on it.
It's not just like every color under the sun. Some kind of psychedelic smoke. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, like I was thinking like you know, a campfire smoke is usually like pale and like
It's not burning body
other
smoke.
yeah, it's not like things that shouldn't be on fire are on fire.
Depends what they put on the fire.
That's true as well.
Cool. Well, I'll take heroism off because we're not using it yet if we haven't rested. So yeah, let's have a look.
Huh. I just reloaded the map and Ow is just gone.
Yeah, she's gone for me as well. I guess I deleted the real her and she has a phantom her currently. Because Jess didn't see it.
I reloaded
There's actually two of me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I reloaded because there was two of her.
There is for me, still.
So since I reloaded, there's just none of her. Bye, Ow.
The map just doesn't want to work.
It's fine.
I brought a new one.
I'll bring a new one. There can be 3 of me. Oh, no, there's 4 of me.
Oh,
no, there's
no.
5 of me.
That's 4.
Nope,
No.
there's 5 of me now.
It's all going horribly fucking wrong.
Yeah, you've got the glitch as well, Jess. You need to reload.
No!
No.
I'm loving this.
There's
Oh,
too many
wait, no,
little
why'd you
people
ask me to
around.
reload? It takes forever to reload.
I'm gonna have to reload again too. Oh no, there's still only one.
Like I said before, I think after you've done a reload, it's fine for the rest of the session.
Oh, okay.
At least from what I've experienced.
Until you start bringing more
When you
stuff
load
in.
the cache, it's like loading in everything. When you reload, it like puts it in the right place or something.
Right, let me just load my timesheet for half an hour.
Silly.
So the party's approaching the already made camp, yeah?
Yeah,
Sure.
at least.
Alright.
People.
As you approach the already made camp, you'll see a relatively small campfire, atop which is a opened up pot spewing with stew, a nearby chocobo with what seems to be either rust mark or shavings from metal, as you could tell it has been wearing barding, and a relatively, you could say, small tent, but for the guy it's probably big enough for his size, so much bigger than what Al would be used to. As a Rogadine sits atop a small stump that it looks freshly cut. A large great axe cleaved into the side as he sips from a bowl. As he sees your party approach, he starts to give a hearty wave with a toothy smile. But before he's able to get out his first words, his eyes go wide and he drops his bowl. Jumping up to his feet, he runs over and kneels almost in a slide in front of Drazenka. Empress of Ice, it's finally time that I found you. You don't know how many days I've been tracking your snowflakes on the wind.
What?
There is no need for that, friend. I know I bear her resemblance, but I am not the lady you seek. Though
I would do
not follower
no
of
such
hers.
thing as to embarrass you or your allies, but Empress, it could be not denied. The power that is around you, and that sight, you are certainly a sign, at least, her avatar.
I am a loyal follower of hers, but not much more, I'm afraid.
Indeed, we haven't quite moved on to the merchandising section of this.
The Rogadine looks up and then almost immediately looks back down again, almost as if he's trying to defer his eyes as if it would be an insult.
You are too kind, Empress. Please, tell me, what is the aim of the sign you sent me?
I think I'm gonna get down from the carriage and kneel
you'd
in
be
front of.
But
Hmm?
you would have walked towards the camp. You wouldn't be in the
Okay,
carriage.
fair enough. Yeah, she's gonna like walk up to him and crouch kneel in front of him and like lay a hand on his shoulder and I do bequeath you to stand. As I said, I am not the lady you seek. But I am a cleric of hers, and I can try to help you with this vision you talk of. What is your name?
It was no vision, I am sad to say, Empress. My attempts at getting divine intervention have failed thus far. Though my name is much weaker and not befitting your such a title, Empress, is no Sen.
I am Trosenka. We have quite a party with us. Is it alright if we share a campsite for tonight? I'd be happy to hear you out, help where I can.
I would be more than happy to. Do you wish for the campfire to be doused, or are you fine against the heat, Empress?
It is quite alright. I'm sure it brings comfort to many in this. What temperature? Is it actually cold or?
Yeah, what time of year is this right now?
It's
Yeah,
currently a nice Fahrenheit.
I have no
That would
idea
be
what that means, but
20
sure.
Celsius, so it's relatively warm.
It's pretty warm actually. Well, is it dark at least?
It is good. It's going towards evening,
Okay.
so probably colder
It's
than
gonna be dark.
20C.
Yeah, 56 is heading towards cool, not cold, but definitely cool.
It would be around 13C at night.
That's pretty okay for a night. Yeah, then just no, it's all right. I'm sure the light and warmth are comforting for most of us, at least.
Then by all means. Tataru will then quickly stand up, run to his tent, pull out a fur, and then throw it over the log and gesture towards it for you.
She'll turn back, gesture towards the party, and give a nod that it's all right.
Did you see that? We've been beckoned forth. The help may finally enter the arena.
She turns. You can, well, at least most of you can see her just roll her eyes. Sure, she turns back to the starts going towards the campsite and takes the seat offered to her.
I see you also have another hopeful, if not valued, follower of the Glacian Might. Might I ask your name, sir?
Oh, my name's not very important. You've got the lady herself in front of you, haven't you? My name is Edwin. I'm the tag-along, as it were.
Dotaro will hold out a hand to shake.
Oh yeah, he'll shake it.
It was wonderful to meet you, Steward. If I could ever meet that station, it would be a fine day for me.
I wouldn't call myself a steward, more of a cloistered butler of a kind, really. You never know.
Have you gained the powers of the Empress that you are within her grace? Has she given you a modicum of her power?
Oh yes, I regularly pray to Shiva and gain some power through that. Wasn't always the case, but well, it seems like many of the women in my life were pushing me in that direction, and it turns out the most important one was pushing me in the right direction.
What a life to live to be able to be guided so
first-handedly. I wish only if I could see a glance of it. You
Oh,
must
indeed.
regale me of the tales.
There was one. It's back in Hattahwood. It was during the... Do you remember your first sermons? O Lady of Ice. You know, the ones where... Well, neither of us could read the scripture.
Hardly much to talk about. The way I fumbled over the lines and words.
It was quite good. I mean, there was the time where we were going through the volcano. That wasn't a very flattering one. But no, we follow Jazenka around all the time, don't we? Oh, other loyal followers, and I'm looking back at Al, Al Siren.
Can you please stop playing on the poor man's sensibilities, Edwin?
I'm not at all. Although, it does beg the question, you seem quite... not zealous, but certainly very forthright. Are you a follower, or are you someone who believes in a different entity?
I am what many in my classes call ambitious. I've spent many, many years, over a decade, trying to gain divine guidance or power. And like many other clerics, paladins, priests, and the like, sadly, seeking for that over a decade, nothing has answered me. But
And what-
that has all changed.
And what are you seeking guidance on? I'm sure the lady can assist you. Can't you, Jazenko? Sorry, her ladyship.
Well, we were down in the dungeons for quite long. I suppose the fresh air has made you quite loopy, Edwin.
Oh,
But
no,
yes, I'm...
I'm simply
If you
dazzled
need
by your
assistance with anything.
presence. Go on.
I'm sorry, our friend here is being quite facetious in trying to lead you on in your initial beliefs. Drazenka, again, is not the actual Lady of Ice, despite the significant resemblance.
Edward looks aghast. What?
Considering that we all come from the same village and have known each other for many years, I feel he should know this, and not
Oh,
really
he
be.
knows.
He's leading you on and playing a prank on Drazenka at the same time.
I had
Pay
no idea.
attention.
I will go and commit penance over there.
You need not worry. If you are wanting to keep her true power a secret, I shall keep my word to myself. I've read many tales, myths, and also historic writings about the different deities. I know that Shiva takes many forms, and if this is her current one, and she is currently on a mission, I shall not interrupt it. But I may deign to ask a question here or there. Maybe even guidance? If you are to be heading northward, as you came to my camp, is she making a return visit to the settlement of Setren? Back to a fabled location of her. I know there are other devouts who would be more than overjoyed to see her return.
We're currently on a path that will lead us around the train, not really going there.
Yes, unless we have a reason to divert from our own path. But, well, might be also a reason for us to avoid that area. She kind of looks towards the full party. like everyone at once, like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
It does seem like you've already gathered quite the following. Almost a dozen people at your back. I'm sure even triple that amount would follow you after as a trend.
This is a temporary circumstance for us traveling in such a large group. And it has very little to do with myself, I assure you.
Typically, it's just the four of us.
The humbleness from your tale speaks true. Might I perhaps be so forward as to ask the reasoning for my sighting?
Which sighting are you referring to? Just the one tonight or something from earlier?
No, the sign you gave to me.
As I said, I do not actually share the thoughts or visions of my lady. But if you share with the sign that you saw, I might be able to help you decipher it.
As I discussed with your follower, Edwin the Grand, I have failed to gain any divine guidance from any of the deities I pleaded with. However, once I asked for a sign for the last time, I was sitting within a tavern of Eldamore. I've been moving all through Citreni and was going to be heading into East Company lands if nothing came of it. Once I reached 30, I was going to just think that the deities were not going to answer me. But yes, within the tavern, my last plea was given amongst the Book of Many. And at the end of it, at the very last whisper of a word from my mind, it was answered. The table directly behind me mentioned they saw Shiva, the Empress of Ice, walking amongst mortals yet again. Her golden hairpin, the ice that flows amongst her clothes, and that radiant aura. The magical powers that surround her and the deeds she can enact. I immediately jumped up, asked them about it, and there it was. You had been in the table I had been on, and you were heading southward, still within Citreni. I knew then that was my sign. The calling. I had finally been answered. I immediately set upon tracking you down, and found the ground cold. I continued to hear whispers of the things you did and the things that happened to you. You asked many questions amongst Eldamore and Sablebrook, and it seemed you continue heading southward. Keeping the trail, I found more and more cold spots, and even more discussion within Scorchhaven. So much so that you had not been slowed down or even halted by attacks on the road. Obviously, those against our faith. And when the trail had no longer been cold, nothing to track, nothing for me to find, you came to find me. That is why I'm asking, what is this mission you have for me? What is my purpose?
When about did you first hear these rumors?
Eldamore.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, did you say when, not where?
When?
I have counted the days, the hours, and the minutes, wanting to know how long it would be until my first mission is complete. He then gives you a time frame that was basically a few hours after you left.
Yeah, I figured. Dear friend, I'm sorry to say it was indeed, I believe myself, that the locals were talking about. But this entire meeting seems to be, unfortunately, complete happenstance.
Jotaro kind of puts on a kind of somber look. Of course.
I'm
I mean,
sure
you could
if
bless him or something. You're a cleric after all.
If you wish, I can share in a prayer with you. Try one more time to reach towards Our Lady. I'm sure if you continue reverence, she will take notice of you, as she did to me once. And to Edwin.
I would never think of asking to pray with the Empress herself. Even you offering, I'm much too low of a station.
As I said, there's no need to ask. I am offering of my free will, and I'd be happy to do that with you and for you.
Yes, I would love the chance.
Al, do you have any more of those complimentary Drazenka mugs that we have for these or anything like that left?
Nah, sold out last turn.
Would our revered high priest like to join us for this prayer, or is he too busy being a loudmouth?
High priest? Oh, I didn't realise you'd given me such an illustrious promotion.
Well, you're
Of
the one giving
course.
me all the titles
Yeah,
in the world.
well, I didn't give you the titles, they're the titles you earned, surely, in your deeds. But yes, putting matters aside, I will.
All right.
I'm going to make those mugs, though, on a side note.
Jotaro will join in with the prayer. No further signal. No sign. Not even a cold breeze. Drazenka, would you permit
Yes.
me to accompany your party until these prayers grant me a further steps to take?
Suppose it's all right for you to walk with us for a time, but we will have to resume our own travels eventually, and our own tasks and missions.
If my presence impedes your travels, I shall leave at a moment's notice. But I assure you, I can pay for my board, and I can also fight monsters. I have a few magics at hand. I can help your party.
That would be something I'd have to discuss further with the rest of our companions.
Well, we're not that far away. I mean, I assume Al and Zaire, you're like round the corner or something.
I'm still sat in the same place I was before.
I was supposed to have a question mark in it. I apologize.
What do you all think? The Lady of Ice has pulled a new follower in.
Seems to be that way.
Indeed, we're going to have to arrange for seating, although I think you've got your own chocobo, do you not?
Oh, you were referring to X?
Was that eggs or X?
X. The letter.
X.
The number.
I hesitate to ask, but were there several other chocobos previously with different numbers?
No. I believe it was a joke from the other classmates.
You speak of classes quite often. Were you at some kind of school?
Several, sir. I have been to academies for many deities.
Certainly no, sir. I think you have that title better than I do. I'm just as the lady has said, a badly mannered cleric, it seems.
So, what is your goal exactly with these classes and beseeching the deities? I'm not quite sure what exactly that is for you.
To fulfill my life, sir. I knew when I was of a more competent age that I had magic flowing through my veins. Though as a Rogadine, and as you can see, quite tall, my muscles did not befit a normal mage. I would combine the magic gifted to me and the muscles I could improve every single day. And thus I became a paladin. I swore an oath. But even though I can cast spells, they have no divine hand, no signature. I am casting through faith and faith alone. Nobody answers when I call, and there are no paths for me to take like all the others. They would mock me for not hearing the voice of Eden, Leviathan, Ifrit, or even Minerva. Shiva was the final academy I entered. And upon the final hour, the final day that I was aiming towards being her disciple, that is what I heard, the call. It is through this I'm hoping this power given to me now has purpose, has a lord, a lady.
Well, that's certainly a very and the word is failing me right now, but that's quite the tale that you've got there. History maybe would be better. Have you considered that you should maybe stick with a single deity and like have been faithful to one instead of beseeching many?
There's always other actions to take, yes. But I was always finding a dead end. When others had their visions within a year and even two at the most, I was given none. I was even advised from my lecturers that possibly my previous actions, the foresight that the deities have, they knew I was not good enough to be their champion.
Have you also considered that there might have been a deity out there that isn't really very talkative that might be willing to take you under their wing?
Even if they do not speak, they have other means of communication. I have studied countless days and nights with the ability to keep watch. I can double up the time of reading. I know all the different signs. There's
taking the form of shadows, children, the laughter, the certain way things move, the wind, how something sounds, how something feels. If you sneeze and you look somewhere in a direction and you see something. So many ways and such silence in all matters. The one that wasn't silent was Shiva.
Well, the Lady of Ice is quite vocal normally anyways, compared to many of the other deities. What, besides going to school and beseeching the deities for guidance, have you done anything to prove yourself? To prove your dedication, your worth?
Yes, sir. I have done pilgrimages across the Boatrak Mountains. I have done also a pilgrimage between some dragon holds. Domains, whatever you want to call them. I've given so much to the churches. I have used my magic and knowledge of herbs to heal the sick and wounded. I even took on several jobs from the guilds as guard and bodyguard duty. I have helped cleanse waters. I've even gone to destroyed towns to make sure nobody had survived and was forgotten.
Those are all quite admirable things that you have done.
Thank you, sir. I am trying my best, and it seems it's paid off. Only after 26 years of life.
Is that... Sorry, I'm not very familiar with all the different races. Is that on the older side for you, or is that just like an adult or middle-aged, or...
That's understandable. My race typically would live to around 110. 26-year-old Rogadine is towards the end of adulthood, moving into middle-aged. I have a good 9 years or so.
Alright. So you're still relatively young.
Yes, sir. We enter adulthood at 15. Our young adult life is relatively a long stretch.
So you've still got quite a ways left to go in your life. I wouldn't be discouraged just because you haven't quite found your path just yet. It sounds
thank
to
you,
me
sir.
sounds to me like there's something out there waiting for you. And there's a saying that I like to think of in times like these. It's that the hardest paths make the toughest adventurers. And I feel like that kind of applies to you as well.
Dotaro will kind of like crouch down a bit because there is like probably 2 feet of difference between you. And he does whisper, "Don't worry, sir. I accept all of these encouragements, and don't. It's no worry. I shall see through this test."
That's good.
"The lady shall see my faith through this travel, and she will bring me to where I am meant to go. I must just keep faith."
Well, I hope that ends up being the case for you. There's no divine plan from our group. We're just adventuring, trying to get to the starting point of the Dragon's Adventure Trail, if you've heard of that.
Aha! He then like pokes his nose with his finger as if to show he understands what you mean, but he's obviously not.
Okay.
I shall deign to research this dragon segmented trail. I've heard some whispers about it, and that some people were worried the Empress might be interrupted in her duties.
Also, along the way, we're going to end up at I don't know if it's a monastery for Zamala at some point. Maybe you could poke around there, see if you can find anything that catches your fancy there. Well, find some sort of inspiration.
Samala,
he is the least likely to respond to anything from me, and I believe our ways of life are a step too far.
I mean, that's one of the places that we're headed, so if you're with us, it wouldn't hurt to necessarily just be receptive if something does happen.
Of course, I am not so blinded to not accept the other deities. I accept any help and aid, and I know they will have their place. The only ones I do not worship are those that are of demonic aims.
Yes. Anyways, it's getting pretty late and we still have to set up our camp, so I will stop taking up your time.
By the way, is that lady over there? Is that Al the Auntie?
I'm sorry, the what?
Al the Auntie. I believe it's meant to be a joke of mighty and ant.
Edwin spits his drink out immediately.
I don't know if anybody else could hear this. I'm gonna look at him. That might be. Her name is Al, but if you ever say something like that to her direct face, do not look forward to the next morning. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, so it is Al. She's shorter than the stories.
Yeah, they tend to make her out to be like 10 foot tall and all this other stuff. She kind of started those.
10 foot tall? Ah, preposterous. She was 5.
Seems like they've started to become a little bit more reasonable. But yes, that's Al, that's Edwin, that's Drazenka, and I'm Zairin.
Ah, so it makes sense. It was the lady's power that cured those people. And your student, yes. Her entourage, of course. I shall
Rush.
make sure my powers are used to help in your disease-ridding antics, if you would permit it.
While Drazenka did help, Edwin was the main fulcrum on which the Nox Cradle disease was eliminated.
That was his task. He's completed a mission by the lady.
He
I
wasn't
must,
even a
I must
cleric
make
of
sure
hers
to
at
learn
the
from
time.
him.
He wasn't even a cleric of Shiva's at the time. He was just a medic.
Even better, if that was the catalyst that turned him into what he is today.
I don't think that's the case.
I shall have to talk with him about this, but obviously another night. I think I've taken up enough of his time. He obviously has much to do.
Indeed, I have many of the ladies' faculties to attend to, along with the rest of the party.
Oh boy, Edwin.
I'm more than happy to discuss a little bit of the Nox Cradle disease with me, but it was all borrowed power. No, it wasn't. We all worked together on that one. But it's something we can regale over the fire.
It was much more of a joint effort than the songs and stories, unfortunately. Give credit
Indeed,
for.
I don't think I'm even in the song, so yes, very different.
That's true. I think it's mostly about Al, isn't it?
It is, indeed.
Anyways,
No,
we've
it's
got
just
nothing.
it's just that Al pops up more often there because she is like the thing that changes in the song.
Oh,
Yeah.
The rest of you are pretty much the same in all of them.
gotcha.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'll give you the numbers anyway, but that's what it is. Cilantro is forgotten about after the first line in the song. Al has varying heights based on the location the song is sung. Edwin is as black as Knight Hume, who burnt wood to find the cure. Zion is the face of the loving hand of the cure, and Drazenka is the mother hen who cured and fed her companions. And there's a whole verse at the end for Shiva's church.
See? Borrowed power. Anyway. But yeah, I
After
think
this.
if...
After this discussion, as the evening goes on, Drazenka will like find a area to be by herself for a little bit. And I know we just did like a group prayer, but she'll go into a meditative prayer just by herself. But that's about it.
Alright. With picking up another golden retriever into the party, the day will pass into the next.
Ooh, that's much chillier.
Yeah, it's apparently a cold day. Dotaro will pick out a talisman on a piece of twine on his hand, and X, the chocobo, will be absorbed back into it.
Oh.
Are we aware of sort of that magic as a common thing?
You could roll spellcraft.
Oh, I was gonna say knowledge local because I thought that might be a class ability.
It is not. You could roll knowledge arcana.
I've got no points in Arcana.
Could you change your name back, please, Edwin? Because that's going to mess with my macros.
Okay, fine.
Hey, the one check that Edwin Smithson the Grand makes is a 40, so there you go.
Yeah. You could change your display name in the cogwheel because that doesn't affect my macros.
That's fine. It was only for a bit anyway.
I appreciate the joke though. But sadly, I have like 4 macros that go off of your character names, so if you change them, it messes all of them.
That's fine.
So make sure there's no extra spaces or anything at the end, you know?
Yeah, an extra space does actually break it. It's really annoying. I think Al had a space at the end of the name.
No, mine's pretty solid now.
Alright, you know that he just has a talisman of the summoned bird.
Cool.
Basically works like mount, but it's just whenever he wants it.
Nice.
If Drazenka doesn't mind, in the morning I'll do those checks. I'm not going to take a load of time with it, but do you want to give me that heroism, and I'll just roll them now.
I'll go for it.
Go.
Does Dotaro have any ability to aid in detecting what these things are? Or even Fayeth, since she's a merchant, she might be.
Fayeth is a merchant. She's not a caster.
No, but she might be able to help determine what something is.
No, they need to have detect magic.
Gotcha. Okay.
And paladins don't get cantrips.
No.
Okay.
So,
More of a
short
player
answer.
question. Are paladin spells considered divine magic in FFd20? Or is it just clerics?
I think it's just clerics.
Because I know clerics introduced the differentiation of divine magic, but divine and arcane.
When it comes to casting, divine only interacts with clerics.
Okay. Then yeah, FFd20 paladins aren't really required to have a faith, right?
They don't have to, no.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking so I don't get my lores too mixed up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are they more like an oath type paladin?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The paladin is holy knight. Holy knight changed their name to paladin. So they're essentially knights. They normally follow a liege or a oath, command, whatever you.
Yeah, they're following
Yeah.
Jasenko.
Every single one of them.
Like, some of their stuff is, like, divine named. Like, they have divine arts, but they don't need a deity to do it. It's just... They are not allowed to be evil, so they have to be neutral or good. So yes and no.
Yeah.
They're not forced to have a deity. A lot of them would probably do so just for different effects, like, there are deity-specific talents and traits.
Still has the alignment restrictions, but a bit more free form when it comes to the deities
Right.
and
Yes.
base.
Does he do like regular training in the morning or anything like that?
Dotaro never sleeps, because he uses Keep Watch. And he spends most of his night keeping watch and reading. He does a lot of research.
Nice. What does keep watch from?
The spell.
Keep
the
Watch is a
paladin thing.
done spell.
Oh,
Basically, whenever you would normally rest, he just stays awake during it.
nice.
As long as he
Like-
doesn't do anything like intensive, like fighting. As long as he's just like sitting down reading, he can constitute as if he slept.
That's cool. If he's willing, I would like to do some like night type stuff training with him, because he's probably a higher level effective like knight versus me. So just
I mean, you're only like level 4 and 9, aren't you?
yeah,
Yeah, he would be a higher knight type level than you, but yeah.
right.
He could, he wouldn't be able to do training with you, he's doing Keep Watch, so no.
No, not in the middle of the night, but like when the rest period is over.
Yeah,
Like-
sure. You're trying to re-identify these things, aren't you?
So
Or-
that was for the belt, yes. So it'd be 36 with everything. No, 38, sorry, with everything for the belt. The rest of them are all anti-curse checks, so I only got 2 of them, if that.
So you're double checking if the belt physical might +2 is cursed or not.
Correct.
If it's 36, that's still
No,
below
38.
the DC.
Maybe 38.
Oh, it's 38.
Yeah.
Okay. 38, it is cursed.
Okay.
I'm
I
pretty
will
sure I
attempt
gave
to.
you the curse for this before.
It's probably the same one as we've had previously. Okay. Not doing very well on the rolls today.
As for those +15 ones for the other ones, what are those? Are those cross casts?
But those are cross casts, yes.
Okay, I don't know why you're just not doing it all on the same one, but sure.
I think
Which
it's just sort
circle is that?
of- that is the circlet of
Persuasion.
I was
Right,
just
the
taking the
circle
list.
is- Yeah, the circlet is decursed.
Cool. Pass that off to Drzenko.
The ring of sustained feather falling through swimming, climbing, and jumping is decursed.
I think that's going to Zyron, yes?
That.
The other 3 are not.
Fine. Obviously, my lack of reverence is coming back to bite me.
I mean, technically you can't, like, decurse items. These are just specific variants. You normally get rid of the curse on the person to take the item off.
Yeah. Cool. So persuasions with Drzenko, rings with Zyron. You've got the cap now, and the rest of it will work on as we go.
So, Zyron's back to 8 hours rest, yeah?
Yep.
How are we changing the watches?
I thought you just had the other ring still on.
So the other ring that I have, well, I guess, okay, yeah, I could switch that to the Ring of the Sea Strider since we're not near water right now. Because that's what I'm hoping the boots are going to replace. So yeah, I'll keep the Ring of Sustenance. We can put the Ring of the Sea Strider in the party loot instead.
Cool.
That way I can just keep with.
Yeah, write it out.
Okay, yeah. That's not.
Alrighty. Let's go and fix our little dragon. Vaguely sounded like we're going to get you neutered. That's not what we're doing.
Right, I think the group loot is up to date with the correct stuff in it that's going to be used to sell.
Okay.
Let's go.
I will double check the group loot just in case.
Yes, please. Because I probably missed something.
Well, we don't have the chamber key anymore.
I mean, you can keep it if you want.
I mean, you can keep it if someone wants a souvenir, but
You don't have the free Cloaks of Resistance +5 because aren't one of you wearing one of those?
Yeah,
at
all the
least
front line are
one
wearing
went
those.
to. Yeah. I know at least one went to Zyron.
Yeah,
Did Alan Edwin take one?
At the moment, I haven't taken it just because my one's still got the muleback cords on it, and if I take that off, I'm gonna be probably in heavyweight. Let me check.
Really?
Not
With your
heavyweight.
strength?
Actually, no,
I
I'm
mean,
not. I can actually go
The
without
only thing
it.
you're carrying
Yeah,
is the
I'm-
bag.
I'll-
Isn't it?
Yeah, I'll swap that out actually.
The bag and your axe.
What the fuck?
Is
Where's the group loot gone?
is there an overall value for that ring with all the things on it that I can put on here?
Sure. There is. I've calculated all these things because
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going by wealth. Okay.
So Zyron has a cloak. I have a cloak. Does anybody else got the other one?
I think it was going to Trzynka. I could take it if you want, but I think it's
Well,
probably
I
best to
already
go
have I already have resistance bonus from
Oh, okay.
domain,
Right,
and also I have muleback cords that I kind of need.
I've taken it out.
Yeah.
So do what you
Personal
want with
stuff.
Cool. I'm just going to double check if I take the muleback cords off. I immediately go to medium. I do. So it's going to stay where it is for now.
Okay, I'll put it back in.
Right, I've got to step away for a second, but carry on without me.
Did he do a check for those vials again? I think he did.
No,
Oh, wait.
No, we haven't done those yet.
he
Wait,
just
or
did a
was that the
spellcraft
40?
for the belt again.
Yeah.
What was the 40 that he got for?
He was checking what Dojiro did to his chocobo.
Gotcha, okay. 32 was for the belt. Okay, yeah, so we
The
still
rest of those are cross checks.
the rest of those are cross checks, yep.
I could do
Yeah.
his spellcraft for him.
I mean, I don't think he would mind too much about that.
He should, I don't know if he ticked it on, but he should have heroism and I'll be aiding. on those.
Has anybody got the Cloak of Resistance page open? Does anyone know how much the +5 one is worth?
Oh yeah, that's right. I should probably do that as well. I'll get it.
The 5 is 25k.
So that means my wealth is 174,000.
Where did it go?
And also put, well, I don't know if you noticed, but put the Sandals of Quick Reaction to group loot.
I will add it in.
You said 25,000.
Someone wants those, but
Yes, 25,000.
Okay. So I don't think that. Oh no, 30. That might be including it. I don't know what his bonuses are like, so actually I can find that.
He'll know what the second one is. So 2 of the vials he doesn't know. The other 2 are body pluses, which are the inherent bonuses to your Constitution skill.
That's good for everybody. The +2 version then.
No, they're just
No.
number ones. There's just 2 of them.
Oh, gotcha. They're 1 each. Gotcha.
I had so many tabs open that I had 3 of the same tab, just different places.
White herd man? What is Fish talking about?
He's talking
Hair?
about
White hair?
it's a game we're playing recently. He means white beard
Oh,
or
white
head. Either way works because it's the same character.
no, we do not want him here.
hair.
I do not want to meet him in this world.
I'll still give him his cane. It could be a sword cane.
What if it was Jack B's character from the first campaign?
I don't know if I want him against us either.
Not against us.
I mean, if we can somebody who's an ally, that would be one thing.
Yeah.
I'll just mind control him to alter me.
Oh god. It wouldn't be the first time.
Well, I did mind control the first time.
No,
I
that
mean,
was.
it was not mind control, but insanity. So same difference, right? Insanity-induced Ultima towards allies.
What was his name?
Iskandar.
I was about to say
Iskandar.
Sarkhan, but no, that's the red mage
Iskandar,
we had in
that's
Fantasy 9.
Sarkhan's way back.
Okay, so if we're done with all that stuff, I think it's time to just travel again.
Yep. Get my dragon form.
Let's go get it.
Don't laugh like that.
Alright.
Don't do that.
Is anyone taking those body pluses?
Nobody has yet. We're kind of waiting for you for that too.
Okie doke.
Yeah. Might be worth it to try to get the other 2 vials first before divvying them up.
Yeah,
Right.
sounds like a plan.
I feel like body
That's-
plus is definitely good for anybody, and I think you can
Yeah.
only take one of them unless
A
you
week.
take. A week? I thought you could only
Yeah.
take one, and then the next one you took had to be like the higher level.
No, you can take any.
No,
It's
that-
just they go up to +5. It says it on the
Yeah.
page.
Right.
There's just a cap
Okay.
to it.
It caps about +5, and you can't take. You can basically drink one per week of any type.
That's it.
Alright, if you're going to hold those for now, you continue heading northwards with a pack of white mice atop the carriage, and now in the back, Fayeth and Dotaro.
Oh, he's just
those
gonna
are the
climb
back-
in without us telling him he can?
I thought you already said he was going to. That's why he
Oh.
got rid of the chocobo, because he would slow you down.
I didn't realize that.
And we have the room for it.
For
Yeah.
now.
Cabin, so-
for
for
now,
now.
right? Until somebody else shows up. He's definitely the first one
Well,
off the caravan.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
The 2 in the back, which is going to be Al and Edwin, will notice that even through the night and now, Dotaro is currently reading through a adventurer's chronicle of knowledge religion, mostly centered around Shiva, possibly brushing up on his knowledge since he's now traveling with the Empress herself. And Fayeth is just like kind of leaning upwards to read it at the same time. So we're able to make way on the roads unimpeded.
I do love the idea if we got ambushed, this fucking clown car of a carriage, 8 druids come out, a paladin, the rest of the party. Oh dear.
There's only 6 druids.
6, sorry.
Where did you get 2 other from?
I think
Are
I
they
was thinking
breeding
about-
up there? They're all women.
Well, no, I was thinking about Fayeth, and then I don't know where I got the other one from.
Fayeth is a merchant. Stop asking if she has spells.
Give me your spells.
That's like the 4th time.
That's fine.
I take it
Oh,
you're
that's
fine
what-
setting up camp on the road.
that's what Faith wants us to think.
Exactly. She's actually a
Hmm.
40th level
He's
archer.
another illusionist.
Yeah, she's just one of the Garifs, just tagging along with us.
Hi, Chloe. Chloe's no. Jack's not allowed to come out and play.
No. Not for the
No.
17 minutes. He's ours. But yeah, camp on the side of the road's fine.
What were you going to say, G?
Not just like, yeah, I'm fine camping.
Alright. The night will go through without any issue. As the cold... It's not even a cold snap, it's just getting colder. It is the fall. That's down to 5 degrees at the max.
Yeah, but the low end is warm. It's
And
still below
minus 2
zero.
Celsius at the lowest.
We don't need to do any more spellcrafts today, do we? No, it's just the curses.
Uh,
Alright.
We also
You
need
need
the
spellcraft for the other
other
vials.
Oh, the
Just one
vials.
of them.
Yeah,
Just one of them.
just one. Alrighty.
I'll slide.
Cool. With everything in there. Ah, fuck it, I'll do Great Heroism. But it's a +8. +8. Ugh.
Sadly, as a paladin, he doesn't really have any spells to help you.
So 40 total.
No, that's everything. That's with all of the bonuses in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
You'll know that they are 2 luck pluses and 2 body pluses.
Okay. Does anyone have any odd ability scores of those? Because I'd almost suggest we 2 people have basically 2, because then you actually get a proper increase from it. Otherwise, I mean, I'm not too bothered either way.
Charisma is.
They would have to wait a
15.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not back to back, but it's still pretty good.
Or not. Sorry, not charisma. My Constitution is 15, but I would rather have the charisma if I could.
What about you, Al? You got any odd ability scores?
He's muted currently.
What
Chloe's
about Edwin?
annoying him.
Does Edwin have anything that he can immediately benefit from with these?
Not from that, no.
Just
And to be honest with you, my con and charisma are okay.
No, neither of those are odd for me.
Okay. Which one would you prefer if you could have one?
Either's good. Charisma would help if I'm about to become a cult leader. Apparently.
You're about to what?
I'm about to become a cult leader.
Oh, gotcha.
That's true.
Yeah, so you want to dump your
Get those
charisma,
sermons
right?
ready.
I have a whole entourage with me, so I'm way ahead. But either one is fine for me.
Edwin, do you have a preference on those?
No, I'm happy to. I'm happy to not take one, and someone just doubles up.
It's alright. My wife's just
But-
burning down the house.
Oh boy.
Casual.
Yeah.
Did she
You
leave
mean
a
Beyonce?
baguette in the oven for 8 hours?
No, she's cooking dinner, and it told her to do butter with the veg, but she didn't want to do any of the veg, so she did just butter with chicken. So the butter was just burning. And if you read the recipe, it does say put oil with the chicken. So this is why I do most of the cooking. She's trying.
They're the best. Free food
so
you don't make is always good.
do you have an odd in either Constitution and Charisma? Do you even care about Charisma at all?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I got a -3 to charisma.
Oh, like what's the score?
5 total.
So if you went to 6, it would be a -2.
Correct.
What's your con at?
22.
22. Okay.
I mean, charisma helps if you're gonna become like a leader of your village.
True.
So what have we found here?
They're basically the 2 permanent stat increase.
Inherent bonuses, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take a charisma one if nobody else wants to claim that.
Cool. If you want to do that, Jazenka, do you want the other one? Or how are we splitting this out? Because I'd almost
I think
recommend...
Zion wants to. Zion actually does more with his charisma actively.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be an immediate bonus for me right now, but
It does mean that your next ABI you can put it in if we get
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Again, both.
there. Cool.
I mean, we're not far from it.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we're not too, but still. Body plus, again, I'm happy to not have it. If you have an odd score, I would recommend putting it in there. It depends on how you're going to focus more on your strength or your con going ahead. And Josenka, do you want any more to up your health?
Al's more focusing on his strength now.
Cool. So, Josenka, do you want the body plus?
Yeah, I'll take it. So
Cool,
we
so-
can both take the body pluses then.
I guess. I was going to say Simon's got an odd con score, but yeah, can do.
That's fine. I don't need. I mean, I've got. Health is not the biggest worry for me. I mean, it's probably going to be more of a worry now than it was, 2 or 3 weeks ago. But
That's fine. Well, if we're going by that, then yeah, I'm happy to do that. I'll add a point. I know what my ABI is going to go into. And that's, squared
Yeah.
away. If we even play these characters at that point.
I feel like we still got a long way to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
20. Yeah, you still got less than 100 hit points, so I would definitely rather you have it so that when it goes
Oh
up,
no, I'm never going above 100. Never. I refuse.
you're 5 points away. The next time
That's
you
not-
level, you better be above
That's not
100.
going to happen. I'm going to roll a 1. I've rolled a 1 for like 4 levels. It's going to happen.
What is your constitution now?
15.
15. So that's
And I have toughness. And I have all the
plus-
other stuff.
So that's 3 plus your dice, which would be 4. So you could technically get 99 hit points.
It's 2. Because it's even numbers.
Oh, I thought toughness was every.
No, I'm saying about the ability score. It doesn't matter. But yeah,
Oh no. So you got 15 is plus 2, isn't it?
yeah, 15 is plus 2. I thought you said plus 3.
Yeah,
It doesn't
15
matter.
Yeah, no. I said overall plus 3. So 15 is a plus 2, and then your toughness is plus 1, so that's 3. And then your dice is plus 1 is 4 at the very minimum. So the very minimum you're going to be at 99.
We can only hope.
And then what? 15, 4, 8, 12, 16. So we're 2 levels away. Anyways.
Where to?
Yeah.
Are you who's taking the other bonus pluses?
I think we already discussed that. Hold on.
Can put it
You
in
can put
chat.
the chat.
Alright. That's all recorded. We can go back and check it anyway.
You went back and forth for like 4 minutes.
Alright.
Are you going to attempt cross on the other items or not?
Sure. While we're here. How many we got? I'll just roll 6. Fuck it.
Just
I don't know
6.
what you got.
Prepare to be mediocre. Alright.
Alright, you got some cross checks. I don't know what you're doing alone.
Okay. So we've got the bracelet. I think the bracelet's your wish list item, isn't it, Josenka?
Yeah.
So that's going to you. The boots are going to Zyron.
Strider spider ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So so first off, the bracelet is at some point, is it decursed?
What are you talking
Is the
about?
bracelet being done first? Because I don't know what he's decursing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bracelet's the
So
first one.
bracelet can go first.
Okay, the
goes.
bracelet will be decursed on the second one.
Okay.
Okay.
And then attempt the boots.
Does the
Which
boots, the Strider spider ones?
Yep, the 27 will do the boots.
Sweet.
Okay.
Then it's. Have we still got a headband of +6 charisma? I thought we did.
Yeah, we still have one.
There's
Yeah. There's still one. I guess just keep going on that one, and then the belt. If I somehow, I don't think I'm going to be able to do the belt unless I just do another one because fuck it, we're here now. There we go.
And then when you're calculating how much thing is, it's full price for the first, and then 150% for the second one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be, and it's the full overall price, right? Or is it the creation
It's
price?
21,200 for the boots of the Stride Spider.
Okay. I was trying to do the math.
What other item you were doing, sorry?
The belt, Drazenka's belt.
Of physical might.
Mm-hmm. +2.
The 31 will get that.
Cool. And I think we just had the headband of charisma +6. But I don't think I'm going to get that one.
Yeah, you already got that.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, there's nothing left to uncurse.
The gloves of dueling.
I thought we did those. I guess that 26 would be the gloves.
I mean,
of
they're
dueling
still
then.
in the group that is not being decursed. The 26 will do those as well.
Alrighty. So yeah, nothing. No more curse.
So from the wondrous items in the group loot, what shouldn't be in there because people have taken them?
So look, headband should be gone. Boots should be gone. That's it.
those can be added.
Is Jester going to add those?
Yes, I shall. Done.
Woot.
Those two should be taken out. The gloves dueling and cursed.
Nobody claimed the gloves of dueling, did they?
No.
Nope, they're just decursed. Is the party going to be taking a stop at Scorch Haven?
I don't think there's a reason for us to, unless we're like parting ways, buddy.
We could sell off all this.
Oh,
We
that's
could do
true.
with
We could
selling some stuff and buying
selling
a few
spree.
things. But we can. I think we can probably write that list and do it between the games.
Pick up like tents.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like just stuff to keep resting.
Um. Headband and charisma. I need to know the value of that.
If you're moving into Scorch Chamber to sell some things off, we can end the session there.
Alrighty.